This video will help you to understand very important concepts which we called as electrographic seizure and non-convulsive status epilepticus. So while doing EEG, you can get two types of seizures. One is called as electroclinical seizure, in which you have the clinical seizure, patient is having jerky movements plus EEG is showing some electric activity that is similar of seizure or epileptiform discharges. So that is called as electroclinical seizures. There is another condition in which we call it electrographic seizure, in which the only electric activity is abnormal. So I will mention the criteria of that. And status epilepticus can be convulsive or non-convulsive. In convulsive, you have the physical abnormalities in the child. That child can have myoclonic seizure, clonic seizure, can have tonic-clonic seizures. While non-convulsive status epilepticus is basically a type of status epilepticus in which these electrographic seizures are so frequent and continuous that patient is labeled as having non-convulsive status epilepticus. The child actually itself is not having some seizure activity, physical seizure activity. So if you see this EEG, I will show the criteria for electrographic seizure. For electrographic seizure, the criteria is that the abnormal epileptiform discharges should occur for at least 10 seconds. So you can see here, appreciate the two green lines are running vertically, that show 1 second. So if abnormal electric activity is continued for at least 10 seconds, we called as electrographic seizure. Another important thing that should be present to label a epileptiform discharge to electrographic seizure, the frequency of the discharge should be at least 2.5 hertz. It means that if there is some spike or wave discharge, it should repeat at least 2.5 times during the 1 second. So let's see this part. So if you see here, there are spike and wave discharges, and these spike and wave discharges are running at the frequency of 3 hertz. And if you see, count here boxes, they are more than for the 10 boxes these discharges are occurring. So this fulfills the criteria of electrographic seizures. Now next comes that these electrographic seizures our child is having non-convulsive status epilepticus or not. So for labeling non-convulsive status epilepticus, at least these electrographic seizures should persist for the 10 minutes or repeatedly occur for the 10-minute period. Or if you perform the EEG for at least 1 hour, then these should occupy 20% of the EEG recording, that is about the 12 minutes. So this recording, in this EEG recording, is showing repeatedly these electrographic seizures. Again and again you can see that patient is having repeatedly electrographic seizures here. So this child is having non-convulsive status epilepticus. Another important thing for having non-convulsive status epilepticus is that beside these having repeated electrographic seizures or continuous electrographic seizure for 10 minutes, are having these electrographic seizure for at least 20% of 1 hour recording, that is 12 minutes. Plus the child should have some changes in the sensorium. Child can have altered sensorium, irritability or behavior changes. So that will label the child as non-convulsive status epilepticus. Thank you.